This presentation will provide an overview of the analytics capabilities of Microsoft Mix. I will first provide an overview of the analytics capabilities. Then I'll show the analytics views. You can view analytics per slide, by each individual visitor to your slides, or by the exercises you embed in your Microsoft Mix presentation, such as polls and quizzes. The analytics capability provides wonderful insights into your students and how they use the presentation that you upload. Remember, since your presentation is uploaded to the cloud, students log into it, and therefore we can get a lot of information on how long they spend on the presentation, how they interact with the embedded questions and activities, and how students compare to each other. To get started, you log into the online system at mix.office.com to get access to your uploaded presentations and to view the analytics. Here we see the login screen. Click on Sign In and log in with your Sacred Heart credentials by clicking on Sign In with a work or school account. Since I previously logged in, I can just click on My Credentials, otherwise you have to log in with your password. And by clicking on My Mixes, it brings you to a list of all of your previously uploaded mixes. I'm going to find one that has a lot of use and show you the analytics capabilities. Here's a presentation for my research methods class, research strategies and validity slides. So to see the analytics, you simply click on analytics here. And this will bring you to the default view, which is by slides. So what you can see here is each slide has some information about it. Before we go on, it's worth noting that you can go to the right side here and click on this and download the analytics as an Excel file. But let's just stick with the analytics on the website. So the by slides view, again, is what you default to, and you can click to the other ones by these choices. We'll look at those in some subsequent slides. The by slide analytics provide you with some insight into how you're presenting your material, as well as how the students are participating in the material. So what you notice are 4 discrete bits of information per slide. We can see that in the slide summary column in the middle. So we have the number of visitors on each slide, the number of unique views per slide, the average time spent per slide, and the slide duration. So each of my slides has a specific duration because I have audio on them. So that's how much time the participants usually spend on the slide, or how much they should. However, you notice in some cases, as you scroll down, that some participants are spending less time per slide. This means that perhaps in some cases they are continuing on before the narration is ending. In other cases, you may see that sometimes participants spend more than the amount of time of the audio track per slide. This could mean perhaps that the content is too dense, there's too much content, perhaps they're rewinding it to listen to things again. These are all insights that you can use to perhaps change your delivery a little bit. Maybe make one slide into 2 to make the pacing a little bit more realistic for your students. Another insight you can get is the drop-off in visitors and views as the presentation continues. So as you scroll down again, you see the trend that the visitors as well as views drop off. In this case, sometimes that signals that some students didn't continue on in the presentation when the visitors drop off. However, when you see that there are more views than visitors, this could indicate that students are watching the presentation more than once. So there's a lot to be gained from the analytics by slide. The next view is the by visitors view. So let's click on that. And here we see a good summary of the full Mix presentation on the top. Let's scroll down a little bit to the visitor statistics. So here you see all of the students and how much time they spent on the presentation, how many slides they progressed through, and how many embedded activities they completed. So in this particular set of slides, I have 2 quizzes and polls. And you can see that some students did 2, whereas some students did 0 of them. Now, in the column that says correct, This is only used if you have multiple choice quizzes, because you can provide the actual answer, and therefore you can get a gauge of if the student is correct or not. The types of embedded activities I have here are just open-ended questions, so there is no assessment of them being correct or not. So you can see here a lot of information. Again, the students are listed because they too have to log in when they use Microsoft Mix with their Sacred Heart credentials. The slide progress indicates how many slides they progressed through. However, if you compare that to time spent overall, you get a better picture of what's going on. Consider the first two students. The first student did go through all the slides, but in only about 34 minutes, whereas the second student also completed all the slides, but in a more realistic time. And the final view is the by exercises view. So click on that, the by exercises link, and what you can see here are the two prompts I have for the students. As you saw in the previous slide, the by visitors view, I have two embedded activities, and they are in the top row here. So in each activity, I ask the same questions. That's why you see them twice, but those questions in capitals and in bold are the two sets of questions they are prompted with twice in the presentation. And what we can see is each participant's answer. So the first student, did not answer these questions or did not provide a substantive response, whereas the second one certainly does address the questions very well. So here you can get the actual answers that the students provide you with. Very good insight into what they're actually doing and thinking in the class. This concludes the overview of the analytics for Microsoft Mix. Remember that the analytics provide you with insights for how your students are using the presentation online. As you create your own mixes and analyze your own analytics, you'll certainly come to insights that are important to improve your teaching. If you have any more questions, certainly contact me. My name is David Shaenfield, and you can reach me at my Sacred Heart email address.